What's going on, guys? Going to be playing some Pokemon Showdown today in the Zero Use tier. And using this team, I made around Shelgon, one of the continues in the NFE Dragons this week. And we just used Zweilous, which is, the pre-evolution of Hydreigon. Now we're going to be using Shelgon. There's a couple more I wanted to try out, like Dragonair and Hakamo-O. But as you can see, there's only Appleton, Dipplin, Flapple, so all of the Applin evolutions, and then Executor down and Zero used. So not a whole lot of dragons. And I've used them all before and seen them quite often, but these guys I've not seen as much, so it's sounded fun to use some different kind of dragons. And Shelgon is one I've been wanting to use for a while. So I decided to build this team around it and pair it with Sand because of its ability Overcoat. Overcoat makes it so this Pokemon is immune to powder moves, sandstorm damage, and effect spore. The powder moves isn't as relevant. I guess like stun spore could come up, but like spores, sleep claws or sleep moves are banned now. And then effect spore, I don't think we'll run into like a gloom, but maybe it could come up. But the negating sandstorm damage I think is really cool with Overcoat. I believe Mandibuzz would be run with sand sometimes with Overcoat, or maybe it would just be used and be fighting sand, and I'd be like, oh, that's cool that it doesn't take the sand damage. It's not a big deal, but it does prevent you from taking, that residual damage, and we can use that to our advantage to, weaken our opponent's team, and we're not going to be weakened by it. So that's the main synergy. But besides for that, being a dragon type and a lot of the sand guys being like rock or ground, we do resist water and grass, so it kind of pairs well with sand for that reason. But as you can see, the set we're going with an Eviolite set. We are an NFE, so we do get the 1.5 times defense, and we actually have really good defense. Not the best at HP, and not the best SPDF, definitely not the best SPDF. But if you go max HP, max defense, you can become a really tanky setup sweeper with this thing, surprisingly. This is a set I saw in the small analysis from like, I think Black and White or X and Y, and maybe people still run it, but I'm not 100% sure. But basically the idea is if we've removed fairy types, as long as our opponent doesn't have a fairy type, they don't have a guy that probably has Terra Fairy as well, and maybe weaken some steel types. There isn't a whole lot of steel types in the tier either, and even some of them we could probably power through, even though they do resist outrage. Then we just get in our Shelgon and we just DD, rest talk until we've gotten enough boosts, and then we just click outrage. Sleep talk can give you outrage, but it doesn't lock you into it. So like, for example, you could rest, sleep talk, get outrage, and the next turn you'll have to sleep talk again. You're not locked in. And then you can, wake up on that third turn. So yeah, I think it's a pretty fun set. I've gotten it to work once already, and yeah, let's just go over the rest of the team real quick and we'll get into the games. So as for our Terra type, going with Terra Steel so that we could lose our ice weakness. I don't know, like maybe Terra Poison or Terra Water or Terra Fairy. I don't know, I was kind of looking at, like I said, those other dragons that are in Zero Use to kind of decide a Terra type. Like those are common ones that Dipplin would run or Executor would run. But I'm just going with Terra Steel. I think honestly being our dragon is pretty good. So maybe we won't want to Terra this, but I think if we need to, we lose our weaknesses as a dragon type, becoming a steel type. So, and then because we're a sand team, for our sand setter, we're going with Hippopotas, just going with the smooth rock to get a bunch of sand turns. You pretty much want to lead with this thing, or whenever you get this thing in, you want to switch it out because it's pretty obvious and predictable what it's going to do. You may never get up stealth rocks, but that's all right because we're going to be getting residual damage with the sand. Mono Earthquake for our attacks, Whirlwind so we're not super setup fodder, and then Slack off for some recovery. Terra Water I think is nice so that then we can resist ice with this too, and water, since quite a few of our guys are weak to water or ice or freeze dry. So yeah, it's just the only Sandstream user in Zero used. I was gonna maybe use Sandaconda, but you have to get hit in order for the sand to activate. And something else I didn't realize that I'm just gonna mention, not that it's really relevant to the team we're using, but Pilosand, its move Shore Up. I didn't know this, but if you use Shore Up while the sand is active, you heal for 2/3 of your HP instead of just half, which made me really want to use this thing. But being a ground ghost type, water compaction, you'd have to set up the sand manually or still run Hippopotas, which means you're running another another guy that's weak to water, grass, and ice on your team. So I don't know the best way to use that, but it made me really consider using Pilosand because it sounded really fun. But for a Sand Rush sweeper, our only Sand Rush guy in the team, we have Lycanroc, and I've used the Life Orb of this before with like SD, but I wanted to try out Choice Band. I think I've fought Choice Banded Lycanroc on the ladder and it sounded pretty fun. So pretty much if we're able to get it in, We do get the Spit F raise from being a rock type and the sand being up, but then we can just fire off really strong attacks. Locking into the rock move or the fighting move most of the time is pretty good. Of course, we can miss our Stone Edge, but close combat is really strong. And we have Terra Fighting, so we can become a fighting type and get stab on that if we want. A Solid Rock is really great priority. It doesn't get boosted, I don't believe, from the low power boost if we were to Terra Rock because it's a priority move, but it hits really, really hard still. It can one-shot a Sneasel, I believe, like almost all the time or all the time, the Ice Sneasel. And then Psychic Fangs is to hit fighting types that resist our rock move, like Decidueye, or even Quillfish, like a poison type. Could be nice that resist the fighting move. And then next guy we got Probopass. Something to mention too is this, being able to hit the steel types for Shelgon, and then Probopass being a steel type could hit the fairy types for Shelgon, since both steel and fairy are annoying for our mono dragon Shelgon. Probopass, I've used it in the past with Sands. It has the ability Sand Force. It gets its ground, rock, and steel type attacks do 1.3 times damage in Sandstorm. So I think they just get a power boost. It doesn't like give it an attack raise or anything. But I've used Choice Specs in the past, but this time we're going with Power Herb Meteor Beam. So Meteor Beam is a really fun move that pretty much it's a one and done thing though. If we use, it's like Solar Beam with Meteor Beam, or Solar Beam with Power Herb. When you use Meteor Beam, you'll get the instant charge on it. So it'll raise your special attack and then hit. Unfortunately, it can miss. One time I've used it, I've already missed it. But you basically become Choice Specs and you can still switch up moves, which is pretty nice because, locking into a ground move, there's Pokemon immune to that. And then Rock and Steel are great most of the time, but sometimes you do want to switch up. And Meteor Beam is kind of a nuke for that one turn. So I kind of just wanted to try it out, more of an experiment. I don't know if it's the best way to run it. And as you can see, we're going with double rock move. I just wanted the second rock move because versus stuff like Charizard or Cramorant, they are immune to the ground move and they resist our other move. So if we don't have another rock move and we've already used our Meteor Beam, we can't hit those things very well. So I wanted to have another rock move if we were to be using this Power Herb set. Otherwise, I'd probably go Choice Specs and maybe run Volt Switch instead of Meteor Beam, which is what I had run in the past. And then for our Terra type, I like Terra Flying just because then we become immune to ground and we resist fighting, which we are usually 4 times weak to. And we still are immune to Sandstorm when we become a flying type, which is pretty good. But Probopass is really bulky. It's one of our best things to take like special hits on the team, as long as we're not weak to it, just because of how much Spit F we have. And we'll get the Spit F raise in the sands because we're a rock type. And it has a lot of defense too, so it's not going to be easily killed, but it can be one-shotted by a super effective attack because if it's weak to it, it's 4 times weak to it, kind of. But yeah, Probopass is pretty fun. I was going to use Magneton, but I think Probopass is pretty nice for what we're wanting it to do. And then the last two guys, we got 2 guys that can kind of support the team and resist stuff that a lot of the sand guys are weak to. So we've got Cramorant that resists water. Doesn't resist ice, but it's not weak to it. It doesn't resist grass, but it's not weak to it. And it provides defog support for the team. It can threaten grass types with a Hurricane. It can be annoying with Surf plus Gold Missile. Get some Paras, which actually could be relevant for Shelgon. And then it's just got Roots for reliable recovery. I'm not going with any more speed than this just because I don't know if we really need to outspeed things. We'll outspeed like plus or base 55s that are max speed without a plus speed nature, I believe. And then Terra Ground to lose our electric weakness and rock weakness and turn them into resistances. Also would then help us not negate or not take sand damage. I think it's pretty decent. Like it could be nice versus Charizard. That's the main thing, I think, to be honest. But there's other things too, water types that aren't physical attackers like Floatzel. Yeah. And then last guy we got Whimsicott. Grass types are really nice with sand again. We resist grass, we resist grounds. We don't resist ice with it. We are weak to it, but with Terra Steel, we could resist ice. And it's just a heavy duty boots, pivoting, supportive, Whimsicott. It's able to do quite a few things, even though it's just 3 attacks plus Encore. We're able to outspeed a lot of things because of our speed. We're outspeeding the Sneasels, we're outspeeding Floatzel. We can almost one-shot a Floatzel all the time with Giga Drain. If they take sand damage, they're dead. Moonblast is pretty strong, it's just spammable stab. U-turn to pivot. And then Encore is just great versus bulky setup sweepers, or pretty much any setup sweeper. Anything that's not a dark type, we can Encore into a status move or a move that isn't really doing anything, and then pivot out or just shut them down and then fire off attacks and beat them 1v1. So that's the team. Pretty much the idea though, like I said, when we get in Shelgon, we're just going to try and fully commit to sweeping with it. So it might not come in for a while. We'll have to remove steel types and fairy types or weaken things. and it'll be a little bit of Probopass and Lycanroc, but I think it could work. And it does have some nice resistances for Sand and Overcoat. So let's get in the games. All right, we got one. Up against Tailwind, potentially? First, I saw these guys out of the corner of my eye, and I was like, this is Snow maybe? But we don't have an Abomasnow. Looks like maybe a hyper-offensive team that could maybe have Tailwind and just like set up maybe a lead Avalugg or Primeape. If it's Tailwind, it could be a lead Shiftry. And yeah, that Frostmoth, I mean, the ice types are pretty scary, and the grass type only being, I mean, it's grass dark. Actually, that is pretty rough too. But if the sand is up, I mean, they don't have a counter weather. They're not snow. So if we can get in Lycanroc, we can just click buttons. We will give their Avalugg the Spidefrays with the sands, but not sure how big of a deal that is. What is their 192? Okay, so if we, yeah, our Probopass should outspeed them just barely. I think let's lead with the Hippopotas, and we might just have to hard switch into the Probopass. All right, the lead Shiftry, I'm expecting them to just do Tailwinds. So I kind of want to just get up rocks maybe. They will be able to just Rapid Spin away, but it'll at least force them to Rapid Spin. Or we could just double or hard switch into Lycanroc if we're like super confident they're gonna go for Tailwinds. I kind of want to do that actually. This could be a really big risk. All right, they go for T-Spikes. Okay, even better. Okay, so if they went for Tailwind, we would still outspeed them because we're Sand Rush, and the sand breaks their Focus Sash, which they probably are. It's just now, if they tear Ghost, we're not going to hit them with a close combat. But I think I want to do that still, just because we can miss Stone Edge. So, all right, cool. They have a Ghost type, but they might not know where Choice Banded. But I think it'd still be probably pretty safe. It's probably like max HP. They could Will-O-Wisp us or something. Or they could switch into this. It does have Sturdy, so it can survive a hit. But close combat will do a lot to everything else. Honestly, we could Terra Fighting and maybe one-shot these if they send them out. I don't know. Probably don't know if we want to do that, but let's see. Do we even need a Terra Fighting to KO the Frostmoth? No, we do not. T-Spikes aren't a big deal either, because this guy's immune. This guy's immune. This guy's Boots, and this guy has Rest. So it's literally just going to hit Lycanroc and Hippopotas. Okay, Primeape. This guy's got Terra Ghost. We know that for sure. I think maybe we just go Whimsicott. We can Encore him or hit him with a Fairy move. And if they go for the Drain Punch, we resist it. All right, cool. If we go for the Fairy move, they could just switch into the Frostmoth, which could be pretty annoying. We could just U-turn on that into Lycanroc. I kind of like that. Cool. And then we can go for the Stone Edge or Close Combat again. We could go into this, but they're probably Terra Ground. So I think we just go Lycanroc. We get poisoned, but we don't have Life Orb, so we're not taking Life Orb damage at least. And Stone Edge, or we already saw Close Combat kills. Do we go for that, even though they can go into Spiritomb? I think so. I don't think it matters. I know they have Terra Ghost on this too, maybe. What if they Terra Ground? Does Stone Edge still kill? No, not 100%. Yeah, I just want to kill this. I know they can switch, but I'd rather just kill this. That's all right. Now we could switch into Probopass. Yeah, I think let's go Probopass and we'll just go for some strong attacks. We don't mind being burned. We also have a huge amount of special defense right now. I think let's go for the Meteor Beam, and then if they go into this, I think I'm fine Terrasalizing this. Oh, we outspeed them, and Nuke them. Nice Probopass. That was awesome. All right. Terra Flying would give us a better matchup into this. Kind of. Not that much. It would let us beat this, but we could also just go into Whimsicott. We've not hit them. But we have our boost. I don't think we need Terra Dragon or Terra Steel. Actually, Terra Steel on this could be good to resist ice. But they have a Terra Ground on this, and they have something else. So let's just make sure we two-shot this, and I'm fine with Terraing. Primeape, bulk up, or +1. In the sands? Whoa, we don't do any damage to them. Crap. Alright. We're gonna lose our boost though. Is that real? We'll do... With the sand damage, they will be kind of close to being in range. I mean, we could go for a Terra... We could Terra Flying and go for another Meteor Beam. Also, if we Spit F drop them... I'm just gonna go Whimsicott. I don't know. We lose our boosts, which isn't great. But... I'm just gonna double into this. We can Whirlwind them out. They might have Taunt. But we don't give them their a Rage Fist boost by doing it like this. And now we could Whirlwind, but they could have Taunt. But part of me doesn't care. Alright, Frostmoth's in. I think we go Probopass on this. And we may just die to a Terra move the following turn. But we will for sure outspeed them with Lycanroc and be able to close combat them. And nothing wants to take that, so gotta be a little mindful of the timer. I don't know what we could set up on with Shelgon. This is 2 KO'd, I think. Shit. Braviary, bulk up, close combat. Hopefully it's not a roll. No! Shit! Alright. Now this is gonna be a little hard. Alright, I think we go this. Then we'll go for the Hurricane. They haven't Terra'd yet, and we miss. This isn't more inaccurate. Damn it. If I Terra... Oh, yeah, I could have totally Terra Fighting. Alright, we get the Confusion. I'm just gonna Surf. We should live, actually. Alright, cool. We'll go for Surf again. Alright. We're gonna get a defense drop. Actually, we probably would have been okay-ish with Cramorant versus the Frostmoth because they are a whatever. They were a ground type. This. I think we just stay in with this. We'll just Surf again. We crit them. I don't know if that mattered, but they're dead to the Mountain Gale. Or the whatever thing. And now we could go Shelgon, Dragon Dance if we want to, but I'm pretty sure they have a Taunt. We probably just do a KO, don't we? We haven't hit them, have we? So we should just Moonblast them to a KO. And then Shelgon can come out and outrage them. Alright, they get the Defiant Raise. Ooh. I think we go into this and just hit them with the Outrage. If we go into this, I mean, we'd get the Sand going, but we're going to do a lot less damage because we're super weak. So I think we have to just hope that they don't heal too much and we can kill them with Outrage. I was like thinking maybe we try and go into one of these and then we save Whimsicott and Encore them into something, but they could just attack both of these things. They could Drain Punch both of them, or bulk up then Drain Punch, because they only have to worry about physical moves. And I'd have to hard switch into the Whimsicott, which could be a mistake. I don't know. The Defiant Raise isn't good. But we have a lot of defense. I think our Outrage might do enough. But yeah, I think I should have Terra Fighting, so we for sure KO'd the Braviary. We never used the Terra. And we do KO it. Nice. Yeah, that was a mistake I made in another game where I was like saving the Terra until next game. Like I just didn't even use it. And if we used it, we would have KO'd that and we would have had another Pokemon. All right, we got one. Up against Snow. We're going to have a Weather War here. They got 3 Ice types, so that's pretty good for our Lycanroc. I don't think their Terra types will resist Fighting and Rock. They probably maybe have like Terra Steel, but like we can destroy those with Fighting moves. And actually, like Lycanroc, literally, I mean, like Stone Edge can destroy this. It probably can take a hit, but and then Psychic Fangs for this, Stone Edge for this. Lycanroc's pretty freaking good. I kind of just want to lead with the Hippopotas. We'll get our Snow or our Weather if they lead with their guy, and they can't pivot on us. So, sweet. We take that, and then we will just switch into. They'll go over the Grass move probably. So we could switch into this. We don't resist it, but we have a lot of Spidef. But we don't want to take an Earth Power though. I think I'm gonna try this first. Let's see. Okay, they go for Energy Ball. Let's see if we can figure out their set based on that. Probopass to Abomasnow. If they're just like max special attack. Energy Ball instead of Giga Drain. In the Sands, we took 22 to 27. They did 26. Okay, so they're max special attack. It's just, are they max speed as well? If we want, we could Terra Flying and destroy them right now. I kind of want to do that. If they switch into anything, like we can Earth Power, switch up moves and do a lot. So I'm just going to send it. And we are faster, damn it. All right, so we kind of wasted it, but thankfully we hit. If we missed her, then we would have really not gained anything out of that. They could have just switched the following turn. But we got rid of their Snow, and they have these 2 guys, so now we don't have to worry about them. I think versus this, I think we can just sack this. They have 2 Ice types and an Electric type. It might be hard to do more with this. So I'm just going to click the Power Gem. We'd hit everything that way. Are they Flame Orb? Oh, they are Flame Orb. Okay. Well, they should still be slower than Lycanroc. Let's see. 394. How much does Quick Feet boost by? Quick Feet. 1.5. 394 times 1.5 is 591. So Lycanroc is always faster. So we'll send that out. And we should definitely kill with Stone Edge. But going for close combat would be safer. So I think I'm going to do that. All right, cool. They can go into the Muck now, but like these things die, or they could go into Hatchram too. We lost our Steel type, which would have been nice for the Hatchram. But Cramorant is kind of perfect versus Hatchram because we can just surf it, weaken them. That's all we need to do for the Hatchram. It could be Terra Fairy. So, but at the same time, our Shelgon's going to have a tough time versus their 2 Ice types. We're going to need like to just click Outrage to beat them, maybe. We might not even need a boost. Although, we're pretty good versus the Muck too, but Muck has knockoff. Yeah, I think Cryogonal probably does too much. Beartic, we'd probably I think we outspeed it after 1 Dragon Dance. Because they're so slow. Yeah, Freeze Dry does way too much. Beartic. Yeah, +1 will outspeed them. They might not know we're close, we're locked into that. All right, yeah. If we weren't locked in, we'd be able to like sweep, but we're locked in, so we can't. But they don't know. All right, we got one. And they could have Tailwind again, but it doesn't look like it'd be a Tailwind team because they got these bigger guys. Shogun is crazy. Yeah, hopefully we can do some stuff with it this time. I was thinking in between battles, if we had saved Terra Steel for in the last battle, because they ended up just having the Cryogonal, Beartic, and Muck. That would have helped Shelgon to be able to do something, but that's all right. But yeah, this doesn't look like a Tailwind team. This could be Rocks, or it's probably their Rocker. They could spin with this. We are going to give this thing the Spadef raise. This thing is really bulky and pretty annoying. Our Probopass could be pretty good, but again, this thing could be hard to power through. I think I should leave with the Hippopotas and get the sand up. I don't think we can really avoid getting not giving this the Spadef raise. We have multiple things that can switch into them, kind of. I mean, we could just Earthquake them too. It's not too big of a deal that we take a little bit of damage on this. We could go for Rocks even, because this thing doesn't do anything besides Salt Cure. We can Whirlwind it out. So I think I'm just gonna Stealth Rock. Then we'll go for an Earthquake. I know we could Whirlwinds, but let's see how much we do. Let's see if we can figure out if they're like max Spadef or not. Knuckle stack, Nachi stack. Our Earthquake did 28. So that tells us they probably have Spadef or Fizdef. They could be max Fizdef. All right. Well, they have limited recovers. We could switch into Lycanroc here. Salt Cure does more to rock and water types and steel types. Just steel and water. Okay, so we could switch into Lycanroc. They do have that Wheezing. Or we could switch into the Whimsicott and then pivot on them. I think I like Whimsicott. All right. This is all right. We get some Sand Chip on the Wheezing. I think let's just... I don't want to U-turn because they have Rocky Helmet probably. So actually, let's just hard switch into Probopass. And we can click some buttons. This taking that little bit of damage and Rocks being up, we might be able to deal with it. Or we even with the Sand special defense boost. We do know they're like probably Fizdef, so yeah. Let's see. We go for the Such Bomb. Nice. And now we'll send the Meteor Beam. This thing dies. This thing resists. If this thing is Spadef like Wish Passing, oh, maybe it is a Wish Passing one. This could probably take some hits, but we may be able to power through this. This thing has so much HP though. And Wish Protect, so we could stall out our Sand turn, so then we'd lose our Sand Force boost. But we could actually get more boost with Meteor Beam if we want. But this thing can't stay in. It should die unless they Terra Steel. Hopefully we can get Shelgon in soon in one of these games. Okay, Sneasel comes in. This can take one. Hopefully we don't miss. Nice. What the hell? Okay, they're almost dead to Sand. That's insane. What if we Terra Flying? If we Terra Flying Meteor Beam. If we Terra Flying Meteor... Okay, that tells us they're not Eviolite, right? So they could be like Banded or Scarfed. If we Terra Flying Meteor Beam, they'll die to Sand, and then we can hit something the following turn with another Meteor Beam, and we'll have another special attack raise. But they could go Cryogonal, but I kind of like this. This sounds pretty fun. They'll die to Sands, and then something's going to take a +2 Sand boosted Meteor Beam the following turn. And the only thing that could maybe take that is Cryogonal with Terra Steel, I think. Or they could just go Cryogonal Haze, but then they'll sack it. I don't think Shiftry can kill us. Nice. Get that. Another special attack raise that added Sand. All right. This maybe could take one. Okay, for Regraph, do they have Protect? Oh, Calm Minds. Okay, let's see how much we do. No way! Okay, that's awesome. All right, so they were like a bulky sweeper with that. Probopass is so fun. It's fun to use the Power Herb set. or Meteor Beam set. I haven't used it on it before. I don't think. I was looking back at Nihilgo's Meteor Beam sets because that's the guy I've used the most with Meteor Beam, I think. And it would sometimes run Power Gem with Meteor Beam still and not go Thunderbolt. So I was like, okay, let's try. Then we can have Power Herb or Power Gem in addition. Also, for some reason, still was thinking like Power Gem's 70 base power, but that was buffed in Gen 6 or something, I think. So Power Gem is the same as Flash Cannon in terms of power. Is it Choice Specs? No, it was Power Herb. Choice Specs Meteor Beam would be awesome. But we'd only be able to attack once every turn. If Meteor Beam, it's like Electro Ball or whatever, Electro Shot or something. That our Shelgon also gets, or that our Shelgon gets. It's its signature move, but Meteor Beam doesn't get the instant charge and anything. All right, so they're probably gonna Terra Rock or Terra Steel or whatever, or Haze or all of it above. So we're just gonna click this. All right, we don't die. We couldn't have hit them with the ground move because they have Levitate. Now we could save this if we want, but we have you know, no ice resists, so, and also nothing outspeeds this. This thing is gonna be a problem. We could double into, or we could go into Hippopotas, but we're basically gonna sack it. Does Hippopotas die in one hit to Cryogonal? Because we could go, wow, we take way too much damage, man. We could go Hippopotas back into this and sack it and then get in Lycanroc is what I was thinking. Damn. Well, we're gonna end up sacking two things here, but it is what it is. I think we just click the Meteor or Power Gem again. And then we go Hippopotas. I think it's okay to sacrifice this thing. We'll just click Whirlwinds. Then we'll go into, hey, we didn't lose it, so that's good. I was thinking we click Whirlwind so that in case they switch, I don't know. But they spun, so that made sense too. But we were trying to sack it and then we could get in Lycanroc, but we can't encore this if they go for the Tailwinds. I think we just go Whimsicott. And then we can U-turn. If they have Heat Wave, we would die, maybe. Alright, they should die to U-turn. They do not die to U-turn. We can go Lycanroc and a Celerock to finish them off. Because they have Sucker Punch. So I think that's what we do. I don't know if a Celerock makes contact. But, alright, Weezing comes in. Okay, it does make contact. But this thing's getting nice and chipped. Now we could go Cram and Defog or Surf and set up a Gold Missile. Kind of like that. I don't think we care too much about the rocks. I just want to weaken things so that our Lycanroc can win. Or maybe we can get into Shelgon. We could go Shelgon here, but this thing also could have Haze, and they still have a Steel-type Cryogonal. And we need how many speed boost to outspeed them? 3? Alright. Do they just die now? We get poisons, Gold Missile, and they... Nice, are just in range of that. We have one more turn left of Sand, so if they kill us, then we can go Lycanroc in close combat. I think that's fine. Surf. Ooh. So now I have a screen up. We can't Hurricane this. I'm gonna try and Defog. Now, we could go Lycanroc, and I don't think we have to worry about dying. things could get scary. No, I think we're fine. I think we go into this. We shouldn't die. They stack Knackle Stack. They've used their Terra, right? Yeah, they Terra Sealed. We definitely just close combat again. All right, they're getting rid of a few of our PP, which makes sense since close combat's really good. We're definitely dead to Sucker Punch though, but we can we will be faster with our other thing. Then we just go this. We'll be faster once we get the sand up. Then we go for... Then we just go for Earthquake. Alright, and then we can go this U-turn and into Lycanroc. Could have gone Shelgon and clicked Outrage, but GG's. Probopass was pretty insane. Sadly, didn't get the Shelgon in, but we're gonna get one. We're gonna get one eventually. We're gonna get one. All right, they have a bunch of, I believe, what is it? Prankster. This can do like Prankster attacking shenanigans, I think. I know this guy can do like Copycat, Double Edge, stuff like that. So something like that. I think Riolu can do something like that. Shroodle might be able to as well. I'm not sure what they're up to. Shelgon could be pretty good. They don't have... They might not have Terra Fairy on anything besides... Actually, they probably don't have Terra Fairy at all. This with Taunt could shut us down, but we could... If they don't have that, you know? And then this is usually Terra Dragon. We'll just have to see what they do. I think let's lead with the Hippopotas. The Clotzer is a little scary, but... Alright, they lead with this. I think we just click Earthquake. This thing could have knockoff, but I don't really want to switch in anything. And I'm scared about what it's going to do, so I'm just going to click Earthquake. Alright, they Parting Shot into Pylo Sands. Alright. What if we just go right into Shelgon and Dragon Dance? Wait, oh, they're special attacker. It's a special attacker. So we're not going to take their hits as well. Could go into Cram and hit them with a Surf. Queue up our Gold Missile. Defog. Let's do that. I don't want to get up our own rocks, so we're just going to defog. Or take damage or something, so... I think let's... We'll just defog first. Alright, they get in Quillfish. I think on this, actually, let's just go Probopass. We could try and go Shelgon on this, but they could be like SD... Wait, oh, are they manual Rain, maybe? Because this could work with the Rain with water moves and Clotzer, but they... It's Intimidate, no, so they don't have Swift Swim. It's either go Probopass or go Shelgon and try and just Dragon Dance, or Probopass. But they have two Encore. This guy definitely has Encore, so I think we just go Probopass. All right, cool. We're immune to that. Click the Meteor Beam. This can take this, but they're not going to be able to take the Flash Cannon, I don't think. Oh, they barely take that. One that was resisted too. Yeah, we go for Flash Cannon. Clotzer resists that, but this doesn't. We can go for an Earth Power, hit him super effectively. I think let's do that. And we just kill them? That is insane. I wonder if that was Eviolite. I was thinking of, in the back of my head, they might Encore us, but they would have to sacrifice this to do that. They could go into this and kill us with the Water Pulse. Actually, we might be able to take a Water Pulse with this Sand Spidef Raise. Yeah, I don't think there's anything they can Encore us into that we wouldn't kill something at this point, as long as it wasn't Meteor Beam. I think we just keep attacking. Although if this is like Double Edge something... No, Lycanroc resists that. And Shelgon could take physical hits. So I think we just click Power Gem. We actually outspeed them. And they went for sub. And they died to sand. No, they died to Sticky Barb? Man, I don't know what they were up to there. I was thinking we could maybe get them to die to sand, but they had the Sticky Barb. Okay, I wish we saw what they were up to, but they had a cool team. All right, we got one. And they've got one ice type. And in terms of special attackers, besides for the Articuno, I mean, the Toad Scroll, we resist the grass move. They can hit us with the ground move, though. And then the Rotom. We need to get Shelgon in, man. It's like not even come in yet. I think let's lead Hippopotas. Get up to Sands. Maybe we can just switch into Shelgon if they lead Basculin. No, they lead this. So they don't take Sands. We can't switch into Probopass on this since it's a ground type. Or can hit us with a 4 times super effective ground move. Don't think we want to go Lycanroc. Could go Cramorant and just like defog and stuff. They could knock off. They're also not taking sand damage. I think Cramorant makes sense. And I think I'm just going to go right for the Hurricane instead of Surf. We want to weaken them. They have Braviary to discourage defog too. Or we just send the... Nah, we'll just Hurricane. Hazards aren't too bad for us. All right, we miss. They get another spike. All right, I'll defog now. In comes Articuno. We can switch right into Probopass on this. Or we could go Lycanroc, actually. If they go for the Freeze Dry... If they don't pivot, Lycanroc's fine, but I kind of think they're going to pivot. So I'm just gonna go with this. Because they could go for the Aqua Jet, I don't know. Maybe we should have went into the other thing. We could use up our Terra here, but it might be nice to have that option to Terra Steel the Shelgon. All of our moves are resisted except for the Flash Cannon. I'm just going to go Cramorant again and try and Hurricane. All right, Articuno. Come on. Nice. So that plus sand is getting him a little bit weakened. And I'm going to go Lycanroc this time. Let's see, do they roost? Okay, cool. So now we can just kill something with close combat, I'm pretty sure. Or Stone Edge. But let's see, does close combat kill this? Lycanroc to Articuno. Actually, it probably doesn't. Articuno's got like pretty good bulk. We'd have to Terra Fighting. And if we Stone Edge, they've got multiple guys that can switch into that. Do we want to send the Terra Fighting? I kind of want to. So now this is just dead. Okay, they're sashed. And they probably outspeed us, which is a little annoying. So we're going to go Cramorant. Then we'll go for the defog. Then we'll go for Probopass. Roost. Then we'll just click Power Gem. Alright, they sack Toad Scroll. This thing is annoying. Grass Ground, being immune to sand and being a grass type. So they weren't taking damage, and my defensive guys were. Okay, Basculin. Let's go Shelgon. Hydro Pump, they're special. Alright, let's go Cramorant. Are they double? Maybe they're specs then. They're definitely gonna U-turn, right? Could go into Hippopotas, get the sand up. It is a little bit of a risk, but I think I'm just gonna do it. All right, Basculin comes back in. We're weakening them a little bit. I'm gonna go Cramorant this time. We saw they were special. Hydro Pump. I think we can take another one. I'm just gonna Roost. All right, we're chipping them down. And let's Roost again. I mean, we could serve for Hurricane. But I'm just gonna hard switch into Probopass if they go Articuno, I think. We kind of have switch-ins to stuff. Basculin. Let's see, how much would Shelgon take from a Basculin that's special like this? Basculin. Adaptability. Hydro Pump. 252. Is that what they are? No, they're choice specs. They're doing 30% to Cramorant. They're modest choice specs to be doing 28. Okay, they're timid choice specs. Probably 28, 30. Yeah, without choice specs, you're not doing that damage, right? Okay. So yeah, we cannot go Shelgon. Okay. All right, we go Cramorant. Dang it. Hydro Pump again. All right. I'm just going to Roost again. Because if we don't Roost, they're 2-hit KOing us. And they're getting weakens from the Sands. We could go into Whimsicott. Whoops. We could go into Whimsicott on Articuno, then U-turn into Probopass or something. I'd rather just keep Roosting. All right. And then we'll go Probopass. Now we don't take as much damage from the Basculin with the Cramorant. So we can switch into it and then just hit them. Okay, they're pivoting this time. Articuno. All right. We did Terra. What did I Terra? Oh, the Lycanroc. All right, I'm just going to go Hippopotas this time. All right. Thankfully, we didn't die. Then we'll go Probopass. Basculin. I think I'm fine to sack this. Maybe. They didn't Terra themselves yet, though. I'm stuck in the Voltorn, like, Vortex thing. I don't have an Ice Resist. And my Water Resists are limited. Since this could also have Ice Beam. And it's just doing way too much to, like, Shelgon. We could use Whimsicott, which I haven't done yet. But Whimsicott doesn't do anything to Articuno. Also, being a fighting type now, we don't have the Spedaphrase. Even though it says we do. I think let's wait one more time. All right, that works out. I'm gonna Roost. I'm sure they just switch into the Articuno. I mean, we could go into Probopass now. Like double expecting the Articuno, but all right. Yep, and this is all right. Where eventually this is going to be in range of a Celebrock. It's actually probably already in range of a Celebrock. And now I'm going to Meteor Beam. All right, now something... No, Hitmonchan probably doesn't die. Well, this dies. Sweet. Well, that's great. And now I think it's fine if we sacrifice this. Just Power Gem. We have one more turn of Sands. What comes in? Both of these might die to Terra Fighting. Actually, no. This will die to Terra Fighting Close Combat. All right, and they go into it. I'm pretty sure this dies. Lycanroc, Terra Fighting to a max HP Hitmonchan. Yeah, Mach Punch won't do as much. And I don't think anything... This could take 2. But if they're not scarfed, they're going to take like a lot. And then we will outspeed them the following turn. Or if they are scarfed, they'll take a lot. And if they're not, we'll outspeed them the following turn. All right, Rotom. I think we sack Hippopotas. See what they go for. Hyper Voice. Oh, are they their Throat Spray? Okay, that's really cool. We could lock them into that with Whimsicott. Don't know if that's a good idea. They've not Terra'd yet, so they could Terra Steel. Which is probably what they are. So we want to weaken them so that we could take them out with something. We go for an Encore. What if we just go into this and Outrage? I think we just go into this and Outrage. I think they're going to Terra Steel. Maybe. No, they don't. All right. Well, they're definitely in range of our things now, and now Lycanroc can probably clean up. Let's go Shelgon. Just coming out and clicking raw Outrage. And we don't even die to the +3 Hyper Voice? Okay. We're confused. Braviary comes in. I kind of want to just go Whimsicott and Encore 'em maybe. They still haven't Terra'd. And depending on what they go for, then we could bring this back in and rest. I don't know if we can take a hit though. So I think I'd rather just go into this. Okay, they U-turn. We can... What is Moonblast? Because then we'll hit this. We should outspeed this. No, we get the Spatak drop. All right, so they have the Defiant Raise. I think I just want to Moonblast again. Okay, they're Scarfed. Good to know. And then... This thing is not Scarfed. So need a win in 2 turns before this, before the sand ends. I think we could go Lycanroc and just close combat twice. I don't think we died Aqua Jet. Yeah. And Shelgon got rid of the Rotom. Didn't do a whole lot else. This was a tricky one. We kind of just got lucky on one of the turns. Please don't be Terra Ghost. Thankfully they're not. That was a pretty fun one, but it was a little difficult to do things with all the pivoting that they had. And still Shelgon wasn't able to do much, man. All right, we got one right away. All right, this time they have the white striped one, and I think this one is common that they go Eviolite and they could be mixed. So they probably have Ice Beam. But besides for it, like, Shelgon's pretty good versus this. This thing has knockoff and triple axle. This thing could be like Will-O-Wisp. Also has strength sap, so it can just drop our shit. This is a special attacker. Fire move, ground move, electric move. I mean, we might still take over half, though. I don't know. It's looking like maybe a lead Livani or lead Toedsquirrel. Maybe they could lead that to pivot with it. Because of how annoying the Toedsquirrel was last time, I kind of like want to deal with it differently. So maybe we lead like Whimsicott. But the sand is really nice versus the Livani to break their sash and stuff. And we could switch into Probopass. All right, they lead Toedsquirrel. Damn it. All right, Cramorant. At least they don't have a Defiant guy. And I think we just click Hurricane. We can definitely take 2 hits. And we have Roost. Leaf Storm. The eject button? Nope. Alright. Well, let's Roost then. We didn't do as much as I kind of hoped we would, but Leaf Storm is nice, so... Well, not going to really take advantage of it except for healing now, but it does drop their special attacks. We'll take less. If we wanted to, we could have switched into like, whatever its name, Shelgon, where they have knockoff. Could go Whimsicott, but they could have Sludge Bomb still. In comes this. This thing has Thunderbolt. If we want, we could switch into the Shelgon. How much does Shelgon take from Magmortar? Magmortar on Shelgon Violence. If they have knockoff, that's annoying. Do we just fully commit right now? They're going to Thunderbolt. Let's do it. We're dancing. Oh, we take like nothing. So they're... Oh, that's that set. Okay. Dragon Dance. Okay, in comes Drift Blim. If they're not max speed, we can do quite a lot here probably with Outrage. Oh, this is also Terra Fairy, like always. Unfortunately. You know what? Probo Pastime. Oh, they have Thunder Wave! Oh, dang it, man. Okay, we could have clicked Outrage and maybe done something. I thought they'd go for Strength Sap first, maybe, or Terra Fairy. I don't know. That would have been overcommitting or something, probably. I don't know. Let's just Meteor Beam. All right. I think we can take a hit. I'm just going to Flash Cannon, and they might get up a Hazard. We have ways to deal with the Drift Blim. And Thunder Wave is better for us. So they don't have Will-O-Wisp. Alright, Basculin. I think I want to sack this and see what they do. Just click Power Gem. Flip turn. Okay. Levani. Alright, we go Hippopotas, break their thing, and double into Whimsicott. If they go for the ice move, that could be rough. But if they go for the ice move, they're not getting up webs, and then we can go Lycanroc. Then we'll just Encore. Then we will... I don't want to U-turn because we get Flame Body burned. So we're just going to go into Shelgon. Look at him coming in on this. What? No, Shelgon! Oh, no. Well, we still outspeed them with Lycanroc. That's for sure. We can get Flame Body burned if we make contact. Also have Drift Blim, so I'm gonna Stone Edge. The first Stone Edge this game. Arbok. No Intimidate. Alright. Alright, and they're Scarfed. 324 times 1.5. 486 speed. Okay. Then we'll go Whimsicott. If we can get a Defog. Oh, they're just pivoting. Ooh, are they banded? Basculin. Are you banded? What ability? You can still have adaptability. To our Whimsicott, you did 39. With Flip Turn. Yeah, you're choice banded. Alright, cool. So that means Stone Edge will just clean up. Yeah. To help ourselves out, though, getting rid of the webs could be nice. Actually, no, it doesn't. The webs don't matter at all. So do we want to save this, or do we want to save Hippopotas? No. The webs do matter. We need to save Hippopotas to get the sand back up. So, we could sack this. And then Cramorant is better versus those things, I think. Although, Whimsicott could, take this thing out. I'd rather just take advantage of our sand turns that we have right now. And we go into this. Let's click. Oh man, I don't want to click Stone Edge. I think we have to though. I mean, a Celerock will kill them. It won't kill them though. How much does a Celerock do to this? Lycanroc. 59. To Drift Blim. It's a 2-hit KO. I can Celerock, then switch in a Cramorant, and then we're just going to have to... we're going to go for a Celerock. We're going to Celerock. Nice. Ah, oh, Rocky Helmet is a little annoying. Shit. That might have just costed me, because if I went for Stone Edge, we wouldn't have taken that. Lycanroc, Aqua Jet. Yeah, we just lose. Wait, if we Terra Fighting, do we lose? No. No, we do! Damn it. Alright, well, we have Cramorant. So we sack Hippopotas. We will be able to outspeed them with a Celerock. We need them to put themselves in range of a Celerock. If I went for Stone Edge, how much does Aftermath do? Aqua Jet. Okay, cool. So we'll take Sand Chip twice. Aftermath does a quarter. So we would have... I think we would have been out of range of Aqua Jet if I just went for Stone Edge and hit. Alright, then we'll go... Cramorant. Then we'll go for... Surf, as long as it kills Levani. Plus the Sand. Nope. Alright, well, we hit this. That's pretty good. Hippopotas Terra Water might be the play. Maybe that could win it. Actually, that might be the... I think we could still win. Alright, so we go for... Oh, I could have went for Defog. No, that doesn't matter. I'll just Surf. Then we go into this. Please don't get burned. Okay. I think we might die to the grass move, though. Alright. Are we sending this out? Slack off. And now we just have to go for Earthquake. Because I think we're dead to Levani's grass move. That's if they have it, though. They might not have it. Let's see. Hippopotas, Earthquake. Oh, we do so little damage. I'm gonna slack off again. I'm gonna get up Stealth Rocks. Nice. Now we can win with Earthquake. We're gonna slack off again. Now we're gonna Earthquake. Now, I don't think they're heavy duty boots, so we kill them with an Earthquake. Let's go, Hippo! Damn. I'm a little mixed up. I don't know if there was other things we could have done, but Hippo ended up pulling through. I don't know what's going on with Shelgon, though, man. We got hit by a Terra Blast Ice, which makes sense. I mean, Terra Blast Ice is nice coverage. You'd hit like Dipplin with it. Hit ground types pretty hard too, super effectively. All right, we're gonna do one more game, and we're just gonna get Shelgon in as soon as possible, and just try and set up and sweep. It's been taking a while right now. I think we're just over an hour or so right now, so we're just going to get it in as soon as possible. And whatever happens this last game, this will be, or in the next game will be our last game. All right, and it all came down to this. This looks like Manual Sun. Maybe? I don't know. Ninetales can't have Drought, though. But I guess, I mean, it's a fire type, so benefit from the sun. This guy has Chlorophyll. Maybe it's Sticky Web, though. Because all these guys, I mean, Granbull and Rampardos definitely want Sticky Web up. They all kind of would benefit from it, so it could just be Sticky Web. I think let's lead Hippo. Go Probopass. Alright, they lead Granbull. I think we just get up Rocks. And we can just Whirlwind them out if they try and set up. We can't be Thunder Waved. Okay, they have Taunt. So this can beat our oh, they also have a Fairy type, so we have to get rid of this before we go Shelgon. This thing gets close combat. Play Rough, Earthquake. What are they going to go for now? Play Rough? If we go Probopass and then go for Close Combat or Earthquake, that wouldn't be good. But I mean, we do have Cramorant and Whimsicott, so I don't think they will. Okay, cool. They go Lilligant. I think we'll do enough to power through this thing, even though they get like Quiver Dance and stuff. So I think we just send the Meteor Beam. I think we're going to do a lot. Come on. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then Sand again. Dude, Probopass every single game, man, is insane. If we want, we could Terra Flying. Or we just go right into Shelgon. But they have knockoff. And they have freaking Granbull, man. I mean, Cramorant or Whimsicott both resist. Cram doesn't want to be knocked. We have our boost, though, right now. We're going to do a lot. I think let's just go for the Flash Cannon and Terra Flying. It sounds fun. Okay, I think they might be offensive because that did a lot. They're Assault Vest. If they Drain Punch again, we won't kill, but I don't think they beat us 1v1. They usually don't have an Elemental Punch. We also shouldn't die to this thing. So we can just go for a Power Herb now, or Power Gem. I keep calling them the wrong freaking things. Fire moves and grass moves. Yeah, we have a lot of Spadef. And did we outspeed? Whoops. Sorry about that. No, we didn't outspeed Hitmonchan. This probably is faster than us, but these two things might not be. Hitmonchan won't kill us. So yeah, they have to go Rampardos. On which we could go Shelgon. Could go right into could go right into Hippopotas, but let's go Shelgon. A Rock Slide. All right, that did a little bit. I'm gonna rest. All right, cool. Then we go Hippopotas. We need to get rid of this Granbull. I think maybe Shelgon could beat these last three if we get rid of Granbull. No, I'm just going to double into Probopass, I think. If we Earthquake, they could go into this, and that wouldn't be good. I don't think they would switch into this. I think let's just go Probopass if they taunt again. Yeah, we're just going to hit something pretty hard here. I think we just Flash Cannon. Let's go! All right. Shelgon. It's your time. Rampardos. They go for the Rock Slide again. We're asleep, though. And how much do they do? I mean, we're going to get... If we get Sleep Talk, Dragon Dance. Sleep Talk, Dragon Dance, then we can rest. That's the plan. This would be nice to have for Vikavolt. So we could sack something else. But, I mean, these things are faster than Vikavolt, too. So I think we just sacrifice this thing. No! Oh, they... Terra Rockin' are slower than us, though. Alright, so... Shelgon could potentially... No, Shelgon's probably slower. And it definitely can't take two of these, but this is the time we send it out. I think we just go for this. We click Sleep Talk. They're faster. Come on, if we Sleep Talk, Dragon Dance... Now we just need to click Get Outrage. We outspeed now. We outspeed now. No! Miss! Alright, well, they Terra'd. We have Lycanroc. It can rock move those things. Actually, yeah. So I think let's just go into this. Click Giga Drain. It was close. I think if we didn't get the boosts versus that, we'd have to get him versus a physical attacker because Vikavolt's Bug Buzz would do way too much. Let's just Moonblast this. We just want to weaken them. That Flash Can, that's pretty cool. Then we'll Surf them. And then we can... Oh, wait. Will this die to Mach Punch? I don't know. We can just go into this and Earthquake. As long as they don't have Bulk Up, I think we can win with this. And yeah, it does quite a bit, so Hippopotas cleans up. I'm sorry, I know I could have maybe done better with the Shelgon. I really thought maybe we could get it to do something in one of the games, but fortunately didn't. It clicked Outrage a couple times. I mean, going with Outrage over Dragon Dance, like, or Dragon Claw, it didn't come up at all. And honestly, if anything, it was to our benefit that we had Outrage over Dragon Claw because we do more damage with it the few times we clicked it. The rest of the sand team was pretty fun. Probopass was awesome. It's really easy to get it in with the sand up. We hit that special defense raise, and even though we're not like the best typing defensively, we do resist quite a few things, and Terra Flying totally flips those things, so we were able to kind of come in and then we have 2 nice things that resist most of our weaknesses. And then Lycanroc, when it was in, was pretty insane. Being weak to the Volt turning and Freeze Dry is pretty annoying though. Shelgon does, you know, being another Ice Weak guy isn't great. Also, it not wanting to be knocked off isn't great, since like this doesn't want to be knocked off. A lot of that, just knockoff in general, is just pretty annoying, but I don't know, that definitely didn't come up as much as the other things. But thank you guys for hanging out. I'll put a Pokepaste of the team in the description, and it was fun nonetheless. I'm glad I got to finally try it out. I literally had this thing in my team builder like probably 6 months ago, and I wanted to use it, but it's just one of those things where I'm like, I could spend hours trying to get it to work and stuff, and it could never work. So but it was fun to make a team around it that still worked, and Shelgon wasn't like, it was still able to be a part of it and kind of synergize with it. So yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. There'll be a Pokepaste in the description, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Peace.